Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, sports fans. You are listening to the Willie Stimmage podcast, where we keep you updated. High school football. We're really targeting Harvest Preparatory School football. So, with that being said, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for jumping on board. We're gonna be here pretty quick here because we have a lot of got to get to the game, got to get set up, and all that good stuff. But anyway, like I said, I'm your host, Willie Stimmage. You can find me on all social media at Willie Stimmage Media. That's on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So with that being said, let's get it popping. But before we do that, let's just take a quick media break, and we'll be right back. This is the Willie Stimmage podcast.
Hi, I'm Beanie Wells. Whatever the sport, wherever it's played, there's one thing that student athletes, coaches, and fans can all share: sportsmanship. The Ohio High School Athletic Association Respect the Game campaign reminds us that school sports are so much more than wins and losses. On behalf of the OHSAA, let's all do our part to make school sports a fun, positive, and rewarding experience that student athletes will remember for a lifetime. Every game, every time, let's all respect the game.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Drop. Okay, guys, we're back. This is the Willie Stimmage podcast for this Friday. And, man, I don't know if you realize that the weather is changing. Man, I woke up this morning to 45-degree weather. This is official day of fall, I believe. The day is Friday, September 23rd. And, yeah, I mean, but back to this Warrior team, man. This team is relentless, man. I mean, they could hit you with everything that they got all kind of arsenals, man. They can really come at you, and now people are starting to turn their heads looking at Harvest Prep. Who's Harvest Prep? Yeah, Harvest Prep is the real deal. And speaking of the real deal, they beat the brakes off Grandview Heights last Friday by the score of 54-7. That takes their record to 4-0. So we're about almost halfway through the season, but Harvest Prep is on the roll right now. And it ain't like they need Jalen Jennings or they need Daniel Bangura. Although those people came and they went. And they got their successful careers. But Harvest Prep just continue to reload. They remind me of the Ohio State Buckeyes. You got Aiden Rogers, and Harvard's Prep is entering. They entered the MSL Ohio Division contest September 16th against Grandview Heights, and senior quarterback Aiden Rogers started since taking over as quarterback at the beginning of his sophomore season. Man, he has come along. This guy is legit. I mean, and he has weapons around him, man. He got senior receiver Justin Batista, and you got junior receiver Chris Brown, and you have Marcellus Cox, and you got E.J. Pierce, who also played key roles in Elijah Brown, too. And you got all these guys are like contributing factors to his game. It kind of reminds me of C.J. Stroud. And, he has all his weapons around him that he can go to. And, that's the Warriors, though. That's the Warriors for you. Harvest Prep open MSL action. They had 38-16 victory over Columbus Academy. And then the Warriors, they play host tonight to Bishop Ready. Aiden Rogers did not play against Columbus Academy because he was a little banged up. But, he came back with fourth, but I say E.J. Pierce in his absence. Pierce rushed for 254 yards and 4 touchdowns in that contest. And Aiden Rogers has perhaps the finest game in his 43-6 victory. That was September the 2nd over Eastmore Academy. This guy threw for 285 yards and 4 touchdowns, and he rushed for 57 yards on 8 carries. So, man, he can beat you with his arm and his feet. So that's the deal, man. But anyway, Harvest Prep is this team, man. You better keep an eye on this team, man. They've been knocking on the door for a minute. I think they're about to kick this door down. Rogers in that Rogers he went 9 for 24 in a 27 victory over Blue and Carroll on August 19th, and then he went 9 for 21 in a 40-35 victory over Bishop Hartley. That was on August the 26th. Did I say October? I'm going to say August. August 19th, August 26th. He completed, at least fewer than 50% of his passes last year. But the numbers don't tell. They don't tell a complete story. I mean, this guy, you need to come see this guy play. If you want to see him play, come out tonight when they host Bishop Rady, and you'll really see what I'm talking about. Also, man, against Eastmore, Justin Batista caught 4 touchdown passes for 148 yards, and he and 2 touchdowns, and he had 4 catches. I'm sorry, for 148 yards, and he had 2 touchdowns. And Brown had 4 receptions for 131 yards, and he had 2 scores. So this team is like clicking right now, man. I mean, like they're really clicking. So their remaining schedule, like tonight, they host Bishop Ready, 7:00. September 30th, they're at home against Bexley. October 7th, they're at Whitehall. October 10th, they're at Licking Heights. I'm interested to see that game, Licking Heights game. And then to wrap the season up, the regular season, they're at home with Buckeye Valley. That's on October the 21st. So yeah, I'm looking to see those final 2 games as Harvest Prep wraps up their season. And take a quick break, and then we'll be come back. We'll give you some stats and close this out. This is the Willie Stimmich Media Podcast.
How much pressure do you have to perform from day one?
There's no pressure. There's no pressure at all. I've been getting pressure since I was 10 years old. I'm doing something that I love to do. That's play the game of basketball. Y'all like to watch me play basketball. It hasn't kicked in yet to what I'm getting myself into. I'm not going to guarantee no championship. I'll tell you that.
Back-to-back titles for the 52 years.
I just hope that they accept me for who I am as a basketball player, and especially as a person. I know how to be a leader. It's just a long-term. I always tell y'all that this was one of the long-term dreams I always had. That's just playing in the NBA.
From St. Vincent St. Mary's High School, LeBron James.
Okay, guys, we're back. This is the Willie Stimmich Podcast. So let's just get into some game. I say game reps, but it's like game stats. So here we go. Harvest Prep 54, Grandview Heights 7, and scoring went like this. Aiden Rogers to Chris Brown, 65-yard pass. That made it 6-0. The kick was no good. E.J. Pierce with a 2-yard pass conversion on that touchdown. He scored. That made it 14-0. Chavez Watkins, 2 yards run. The kick was good. They made it 21-0. And there was I guess it's Grandview Heights scored on the 40-yard run, a pass. Yeah, it was a pass. That made it 21-7. And then Harvest Prep came back. Tisdane Saul, I guess, was 87 yards. Yeah, and the kick was good. Made it 28-7. Aiden Rogers to Chris Brown, 10 yards. A pass play that made it 34-7. Desmond Porter with a 24-yard run. That made it 40-7. And then Desmond Porter came back with a 15-yard run. 2-point conversion was good. That made it 48-7. And then Marquez Coburn with a 13-yard run. That made it 54-7, which was your final score. Some of the team stats, first downs, Harvard's Prep had 15 first downs. Grandview Heights only had 2. Total offense, Harvard's Prep was banging with 484 total offense. Grandview Heights only had 98 total offenses. Turnovers, there were no turnovers, but Grandview turned the ball over twice. And the penalties, Harvard's Prep had 3 penalties for 20 yards. Grandview Heights had 6 penalties for 35 yards. Some of the individual stats. Rushing, E.J. Pierce, 9 yards, 3 carries for 9 yards, I think that was. His longest was 6 yards. He had a touchdown. Chavez Watkins, 6 rushes for 31 yards. His longest was 19. He had a touchdown. Marquez Colvin, 8 rushes for 72 yards. He had a touchdown. Then you had Landon Sterling, 5 rushes for 65 yards, and Desmond Porter, 5 rushes for 61 yards and 2 touchdowns. In the passing compartment, you had Aiden Rodgers. He was 9 for 15, 204 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 2-point conversions. Let's put it like that. Desmond Porter, he was 2 for 2, 43 yards, and a 2-point conversion. In the receiving department, Chris Brown was 2 catches for 75 yards, 2 touchdowns. Justin Batista, 4 catches for 95 yards. I see no, and then he had Sean Ruffin, 2 catches for 53 yards. Marquez Colvin, 1 catch for 3 yards, but he had a 2-point conversion catch. And Chavez Watkins, 2 catches for 21 yards with a 2-point conversion catch. So yeah, that's the deal. That's the deal. That is the deal. So with that being said, guys, we're going to wrap this up. If you're a Harvest Prep Warrior fan, come out tonight and watch the Warriors do business. I'm talking about seriously, for real, do business. These guys been doing business. And they're going to take on Hartley, and you might see some second team reps tonight. Because I think they're going to really do some damage tonight. These guys are serious, man. I mean, they are really serious. I love watching them play. And shout out to Coach Milan Smith. Shout out to Coach Milan Smith. Guys doing a magnificent job with these guys, man. Keeping them in check, keeping them humble. Yeah. That's the deal. So with that being said, guys, that's all I got for today. We want to thank everybody for watching, everybody for listening. I'm sorry. We can't see me. You can watch me. You can't watch me, but you can see me. So thank everybody for listening to this podcast. So with that being said, we're going to head out to Jack Johnson Field, and we're going to watch these Warriors handle their business. With that being said, guys, I got 2 fingers up. That means peace. I'm out.